on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. A good chunk of the season is past us now, Grant. I'd imagine the wear and tear is adding up for some players.
Yeah, it varies from guy to guy. You know, vets are usually dealing with something just from playing so many years. But, B.A., the rookies, they are learning now what it takes to be in NBA condition.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Powell is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in at the 2 guard. Now here's Brown to the right side. Right side Pritchard. Outside White. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the screen. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And the shot's good.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Outside Adebayo. The 3 from Mitchell. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Well, he's such a willing and effective passer. That's a good find by Adebayo there.
You know, most people don't know that Bam isn't Adebayo's real first name.
No, B.A., it's actually Edris. When he was young, he was watching cartoons and flipped the coffee table over. After that, his mother started calling him Bam Bam, and it stopped.
And here's Brown for 3. Kept alive by Boston. White finds Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Here's Queta. Second chance effort. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
And here's Adebayo. Snatched away. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. White, the pass to Brown. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Agile and athletic. Brown is able to just overcome that interior defense.
Pass to Wiggins. Powell against Brown. Hero outside. Wiggins right side. 14 feet away. That's good on the jumper.
So effective from the mid-range. When Wiggins senses an opportunity to score from there, he doesn't hesitate at all.
Outside White. Down low. And the layup is good off the glass. Kid has got 6.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Powell against Brown. Pass to Walsh. From deep three-point land. Here's Queta. And Boston again with the bucket.
Boy, he can't miss right now. This is as locked in as you get.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. So Boston ends up going with a new group. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Jaquez comes in for Tyler Hero. And it's Smith in for Mitchell. Simons against Smith. Outside Jaquez. Powell passes to Jaquez. Here's Ware. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Boston leading by 3. Pass to Tillman. Now here's Simons, covered by Smith. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Heat.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Jaquez. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo in the post. He's against Tillman. Got it.
Bam gets it around the hoop. He knows what to do.
Boston's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Simons against Smith. Now here's Simons. He's guarded closely. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for the Celtics, Anthony Simons.
And that one falls for Simons. For 3, Powell. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. Boston out in front. They lead by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
And let's take a look at Miami. We've got Khalil Ware, Norman Powell out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4. From 15 feet away, good as the jump shot falls.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
Stand while they're cobbling together an offense. The Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, BA, only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating, making that commitment a key pillar of the Heat culture.
Pass to Powell. Outside Jaquez. No good. That would have tied it. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Simons. Powell pulls it in.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Larson, defended by Hauser. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Some changes for Boston. Brown comes in for Boucher, and it's White in for Simon. Miami also changing it up. Adebayo's checked in for Jovic, and Mitchell subbed in for Larson. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Outside Adebayo. Outside Mitchell. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Pass to Pritchard. Hauser outside for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 3. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
Yeah, even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Jaquez against Brown. Over to the wing. Now Pritchard. Yet to see a basket.
2 minutes.
Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Ware.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Assisted.
They have no answer defensively inside.
1:33 left in the first half of this one. Outside White. Here's Brown. 5 points in the game. Fires it. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Great call having ground run pick and roll. He is so confident with the ball in his hands.
Boston with some changes. Cadis checked in for Tillman. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Wiggins, he's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Jaquez. Outside Mitchell. Boston pulls it in.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Simons outside. White with a screen on Mitchell. And here's Simons outside. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 6-point Celtic lead.
And we've begun to see their three-point shooting slip a little this quarter.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Miami moving it around. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. Boston leading by 6. White looking it over. To the middle. Stolen by Hero.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Good. Hero's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Celtics out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent. Tough to win with lapses at that end.
Yeah, they got to clamp down in the second half, man. Better communication and multiple efforts.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for...
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you've just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, BA, you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Walsh in at the power forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And here's Brown for 3. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
It's Wiggins on the wing, and that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at the Celtics. They're currently in 4th place and trying their best to get a better seeding. And of course, Miami, they're currently 5th in the conference.
I think for the Heat, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
And grant the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Hero outside. From downtown. Good work defensively by White.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's Pritchard. Scores after the quick crossover. And now it's an 11-point Boston lead.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Hero scanning the floor. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Outside, Brown. And Hero grabs the board.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Bam! Going to work inside.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
Pass to Walsh. Outside, Brown. Beyond the arc. The shot comes out. Heat trail by 9. Now here's Powell. And stolen by Brown. Outside Pritchard. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist by Pritchard. And 12 points for Jaylen Brown.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Wiggins with a screen on Pritchard. Pass to Hero. Powell for 3. Boston pulls it in. Walsh has got 4 rebounds now. Pritchard surviving the D. It's Brown on the wing. Powell covers. Brown against Powell. Brown inside. Brown gets the inside finish.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Heat trail by 13. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, BA, he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. Hero with it. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. To the inside, Simons. Larson with a rebound. Miami has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And stolen by Boucher. Wing shot on the way, and it's in there. And the Celtics lead by 15. The Heat have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Pass to Powell. Takes a 3. Counted from distance. Powell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, you got to chase Powell off that three-point line, or he's gonna make you pay.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Simons. 6 points for him. And finished off by Boucher.
Nice setup there out of the two-man game. Simons continues to grow as a passer.
Hero outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Hero 3.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. What has them in front right now? By and large, they're taking great shots. Back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Setting the floor for Miami. Khalil Ware out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell, then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Larson in at the two-guard position. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. From outside the arc, Mitchell grabs a miss.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Simons with a steal. Here's Hauser. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jaquez. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Simons outside. To the paint. Here's Garza. Good D by Adebayo. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Launches it. Jaquez no good. Celtics lead by 11. Simons passes to Boucher. Misses in close. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 42% so far in the game. Here's Mitchell, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And the Heat's Eric Spoelstra, now the longest tenured head coach in the NBA stand.
His 18th season in this role, been with the Heat over 30 years, having gotten his start in Miami as a video coordinator, and this run is the 3rd longest all-time after Jerry Sloan and Greg Popovich.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Cadis checked in for Garza. Walsh comes in for Boucher. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And it's White in for Simons. Miami also changing it up. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Ware. Powell comes in for Jaquez. And Tyler Hero subbed in for Larson. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Outside Pritchard, back to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Outside White. Shoots over Hero. Rebounded by Adebayo. Heat trail by 9. Hero on the wing. He's guarded by White. Mitchell outside. Now Hero takes a 3. No.
Excellent work defensively. That's how you guard a three-point shooter of his caliber.
Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. White against Hero. Yes! Using that window!
Well, everyone views Hero as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Adebayo. And drops the hammer.
Well, he's more than just a shooter. Hero can run offense, a solid ball handling option.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth. Miss misses the three.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Adebayo sets a screen. Mitchell outside. Here's Adebayo. It's tipped. A minute 6 left in the fourth. Up top, Brown. Now covers. Now White. Fires the three.
Davion Mitchell, first personal foul, first team foul.
Outside Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes again. Rebounded by Powell. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hero with it. Now guarded by White. Rebounded by Pritchard.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Andrew Wiggins. And he nails it. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2, Peyton Pritchard.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both. And it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. 9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so they foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Third team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Derek White.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. White hits them both.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A clean win.